So, the NFL Combine. I spent so much time preparing for it.
Making
Some
it to the
things you can't ever
Combine.
say you're
There we
fully
go.
ready for. That's how the week felt to me.
As you step out onto the field for the first time, a lot of teams will be watching. Do you hope a specific team drafts you? Pick a favorite team.
I walked away from the press conference feeling a buzz. Said a lot of things. Will my performance back it up?
Let's see what we can do.
No. This cannot be happening. Okay. Oh, man, okay. Think. Where was the last place you looked at him?
If you knew where you last saw them, they wouldn't be lost now, would they?
Yeah, thanks. Thought I help you are. You're rich.
Say it with me now. Eisen.
Right, Eisen. You're Rich Eisen. Big fan. I'm gonna be the laughingstock of your next broadcast, aren't I?
Depends. You gonna run the 40 barefoot? I may have a little fun with you, but don't worry. I won't make you a running joke, huh? Come on. I thought it was pretty good.
Maybe not your best, but I'll tell you what. You let me wear your cleats, I'll laugh at any joke you have. I'm serious, I'm desperate.
Try 'em on. See if they fit.
I gotta switch on my coil.
What's the verdict?
Perfect fit, but honestly, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but they're a little damp. They're like really damp. Did you go swimming in these?
Thought you said you were a fan. If you were, then you'd know I just ran my annual Run Rich Run 40 for charity.
Ah, right. How'd it go?
Let's just say my days of keeping up with Saquon Barkley are behind me. Maybe you'll fare better than I did out there.
What was your time?
5.98, baby.
Well, I can't do any worse. I've seen statues move faster than that.
All right, well, I want you to go out there and post a time of at least 4.6. Think you could swing that?
Of course. 4.6? I could do that barefoot.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
Less challenging now that I don't have to do it barefoot. Thanks to you and your cleats.
Now that is what I like to hear. You're gonna be helping those kids at St. Jude more than you know. Go get them, champ. Hope those shoes bring you good luck and an even better 40 time.
I hope so.
Thanks
I'll
again,
get those
man.
marks.
Whew. Yeah, I feel it.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm Rich Eisen, and I'll be your tour guide as we meet the next crop of elite NFL talent. We're going to start things off with my personal favorite, the event that can break the spirit of any man, the 40-yard dash. First up, we've got one half of America's darlings, the Heartbreak Kids, an intriguing draft prospect to say the least.
Okay, there we go. Okay, 4.46 locked in. One more.
We'll see him up next
that's
for the
it.
skills portion of this year's NFL Scouting Combine.
Let's see what we got here. Limited experience, coaches, scouts don't have a ton of film on you. Throw football. Draft early, struggle, might slip. Later rounds, draft, rather make the NFL roster. Throw to the hot spot, receivers must catch the ball with both feet inside the hot spot. Okay. Okay. A little bit smaller. there we go. Going good so far. Nice, nice. Oh, that was in. Come on. Okay, okay, okay. It's only one. It's only one. No, that's way off. Okay. I'm not following that. No, thank you. There we go. Whoops.
Well,
8 out of
today,
10.
At a little
8
bit
out
of
of 10.
Select few guys who may have just cemented their place as one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft.
We'll make
Until
it
next
work.
time,
Make it
I'm
work.
Rich. Welcome to the 2020 NFL Draft. Sure, the experts have done 2.7 million mock drafts, but you can toss those babies out the window. Welcome back to the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft.
Who we getting? Let's see who we get.
Hey, this is the offensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
How you feeling right now?
Oh, everything's
Okay.
great, Coach.
Well, look, son, we've been following you for quite some time, and we believe you could be an integral part of this team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. And I'm ready to do whatever it takes to show you I'm worth your pick.
I know you will. I'll expect you to show up ready, okay?
I'll be the first one there. Can't wait.
And I'm just getting confirmation that the pick is in. Let's take it to the podium to see who the next pick in the draft is going to be. What a phenomenal pick. This kid has shown some elite abilities on the field. He's a freak athlete, totally capable of taking over a game in the right system.
Real quick, I'm not sure if picking your favorite team before going into the combine is a for sure that you're going to that team. I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit, but I had to go Seattle because I'm a diehard fan. We've had season tickets for 10 years.
At your first training camp, who helped you adjust to NFL life?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Lockett for this one. He's got the better stats.
No matter how ready you think you are, nothing really prepares you for the big leagues, so I appreciated having him as a guide. But I didn't realize just how much impact it would have over the course of my rookie year, on and off the field.
I'm not sure if that was delay or
But we
not.
finally get to see at least one of our beloved Heartbreak kids in action on the field. Look, I'm a founding member of the Heartbreaker fan club, going all the way back to their high school days. So, needless to say, I for one have been dying to see them step onto an NFL field and show everyone what they can do since we last saw them lighting the world on fire in the college ranks. But as excited as I and the rest of the Heartbreakers are to see them take the field, it's a moment we may all have to wait for until next season.
That doesn't sound good.
The veteran players were encouraged to mentor the new guys on how to succeed and push us to be competitive even in the preseason.
Gotta figure out what's important to you. It'll help define your career with what's in mind. What kind of player do you want to be? I want to be able to fit in. We only get so many chances in this league, even though you're not starting. You need to make every play count out there.
I appreciated that he took me under his wing, and our extra reps after practice, that helped me get dialed in.
Four personalities in the game: intense team player, leader, and entertainer. Your choices determine your dominant personality and can unlock special dialogue choices and rewards. Extra reps for extra credit. Practice gold. Get a gold for legacy, XP, and massive rating boost. We're going into practice.
Fellas, we're not done yet.
Hey.
We still got more practice to go. We've had a good week so far. Let's make sure we finish the same way. Sunday's opponent is a tough one, so we need to be great out here today, okay?
Okay, first
Hey,
practice.
man, listen, great job today. It was a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're going to be just fine.
Okay, practice went good. B-Wags. 20 plus passing blocking to offensive line for 2 games. Okay. That'll get the season started. Enter the Hall of Fame when your career ends. Level up and improve your player. Okay. Gain 125 pass rush yards in your preseason debut. Here we go.
From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. It's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
On the other
Raiders, his completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Okay. Now we go.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score.
The Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 1 yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And taking it across midfield and
there
just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money.
Looking for the tight end Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 40.
And you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 50-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
They put me in that play.
First down, Seattle.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate
Still got me on
big
the field. Going for Disley this time. Maybe more.
He'll drop to throw.
Nope, overshot
the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's not going to help.
David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde.
Okay, there we go.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone.
That's my first touchdown for a run.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Disley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
42 out of 1.
And Charles, very interested to get a look and see what we have in this young quarterback drafted back in April.
He's a guy that impressed me. I watched a lot of tape of him in the lead up to the draft. Got a chance to meet him briefly at the combine. And here are the bullet points of what I have as an evaluation for him. I think he's a leader, got a presence to him. We saw he motivated his team in college. Far from polished on the con side, okay? Decision-making, that needs to improve. A little bit quicker in his reads and his feet. Sometimes they can get a little bit happy. But I do think he's got a chance to be a quality number 2 to start this season and a chance to be an NFL starter down the road.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before dropped inside the 40. And we remember this quarterback well. A star in his college days, opted to leave school early to enter the draft, and now he gets his chance to prove himself here.
And he's been looking forward to that for a long time because there were people that questioned him leaving school early. They all thought he needed extra seasoning. I think we can say that about just about every college player. But to me, it was time. He needed to go. He was ready. He had accomplished everything that was possible on the collegiate level, won a national championship a year ago. Now he gets a chance to test himself each and every day against the best the NFL has to offer.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. The arm strength, Charles, that's something that many questioned for him coming out of college, but he put that one on a rope.
And that was something I had a debate with many other evaluators about because I always felt like he had plenty of arm. My concern was the accuracy. Was he putting it in the right places? And right now, we're seeing the guys putting it all together. He has plenty of arm to be an NFL quarterback.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's 21-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. First down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Okay. 21-3 at the half. Starting the 3rd quarter.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's good.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
There we go.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down, a run with Hyde. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
The tackle made by
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Hyde.
Oh, come on.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Jonathan.
CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement. Putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run pass option.
For the week.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Ball carrier.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
So credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Nope.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
We're good. 24-3.
Kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. 2nd and 16. Now Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Okay, there we go.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down.
At the 19-yard
right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh,
and incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A 10th carry for Hyde. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Carlos Hyde, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. And sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue. He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Come on, dude.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down by
it's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
No score this drive.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field.
We're going to run the clock down.
They'll run on first down. Hyde. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's... They try again with Hyde, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. First and 10. So the victory here for Seattle.
All right, guys, that's our first preseason game.
In the first quarter.
Next video up is going to be regular season. We're going to go ahead and skip the rest of the preseason for videos. We will see you guys in the regular season.
Almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the season.
With a good first preseason matchup under my belt, Coach called me into his office. I was hoping for good news.
Alright guys, with this video going up, we're gonna have our videos up to date, and we're gonna be swapping back over to the weekly uploads for Madden, and then whenever I do have some videos finished until the Madden series is complete, we will be putting those up whenever I do get them finished. Those will be unscheduled, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys later.
I tried to come to terms with the fact that my view for the rest of the year would be from the sidelines and not the line of scrimmage. But life has a way of surprising you sometimes.